that's so good. Hey everybody, what's up? It's me, Rosalie. Welcome to the Ultimate World Music Reaction Channel. We're exploring Norway again today. Our beautiful Aurora, our earthy, free-spirited, sweet nature soul who writes amazing music, sings beautifully, and enchants so many of us with her pipes. Today's shout-out goes to Tarkus. Thank you for buying me coffees and for your request. I'm going to check out her song, All Is Soft Inside. So I've been exploring different songs by Aurora, a couple of live performances, a music video. I've loved all of it so far. And you can definitely tell what type of music she is into, she creates, where her heart is at when it comes to art, when it comes to music, when it comes to immersing herself in the music, feeling it so deeply, getting lost in it. It's beautiful. And even lyrically, very interesting songs, be it songs like Runaway, It Happened Quiet, different songs where I'm learning, thanks also to you guys in your comments, that there are very heavy, deep topics that she sings about and touches on. And of course, some of these songs, when I listen to them without knowing much, I'll interpret them in my own way, right? Some of these songs I would interpret through the lens of some toxic relationship or losing love. And then based on your comments, it turned out that it was more about actually domestic violence. And then I listened to a song and I thought, oh, this could tie in with domestic violence. And it turned out in that song being less about domestic violence and more about a husband assisting his terminally ill wife with death, terminating her life. And so that gun firing murder song was more so about this wife dying, knowing that he's doing it for mercy. So there's so many deep things in her songs, lyrically, musically, the instrumentation, the composition, just beautifully done. Sometimes she sings with other people and they just harmonize so well together and it adds a certain dynamic and dimension to the song. Lots of cool stuff. But Tarkus requested that I check out this song and said this is to see a little bit of a different side of her. So I've seen a lot of the Aurora that has been soft and sweet, a lot of chanting, a lot of beautiful vocalization, meaningful lyrics about heavy topics, and I'm learning as I go. But from what I understand, this is going to be something different, a different side of Aurora. So I'm excited to check it out. This video today is sponsored by the Rosalie Reacts store. Get yourself some t-shirts, shirts, mugs, stickers, whatever you like. By getting some merch, you're directly supporting this channel. So check it out and let's dive in. Aurora, All Is Soft Inside. Oh, and subscribe and like and click the links. Here we go. I wonder what's going to happen. I'm excited. This is live on KEXP.
This next song is for the emotional people in the crowd. I don't know why, but I feel down. You need to know I can't go on. I was a rose, I was an animal. Don't let me change. Don't let me go, go, go.
Oh yes. I love this build up right now. Guys, I'm a sucker for good harmonies. And these harmonies are beautiful. I believe the lady harmonizing with her, it was also the one she did, It Happened Quiet, I think. Looks familiar. I don't remember her name. Help me in the comments. Oh, I already love this so much. I could see why he said, when Tarka suggested this, a different side, because this is way more upbeat and way more, yeah. We'll talk about it all in a second. Let me go back a little bit. Oh, this is going to be so good. Matter of fact, let me just start over from the get-go after she says it's for the emotional people. That already was like, oh yeah. I could see a lot of the Enneagram type 4s. We'll talk about the Enneagram on my separate channel. I'm working on a separate channel where we're going to dive deep into education and psychology, and we'll talk about that more there. But the Enneagram is a personality tool and so much more, a wisdom tool. And so the Enneagram 4s, I think, can relate to that. But we'll talk about that later. I'm excited right now. Let's go.
I don't know why, but I feel down. You need to know I can't go on. I was a rose, I was an animal. Don't let me change, don't let me
That's so good. Oh my gosh. Oh, I wish I could convey in words. I wish I could convey in words what I'm feeling. I'm so overwhelmed emotionally right now. I want to cry. Ah, she's my kindred spirit. Y'all don't even know. They used to call me hippie chick because just I love the earthy and the music and colors and native folk, just the world music. My dream as a child was to go to Africa, and then that dream came true during my time in college. I've been to Africa, Tanzania to be specific, Cambodia, Israel, all around Europe. Those of you who don't know, I'm half Cuban, half German. Dad is the Cuban, mom is the German. I was born and raised in Germany. And I just have a love for different people, different cultures, different languages. And I've always been, world music, world hippie, colors and lights. And this girl is my kindred spirit. The joy, when in the end, again, when some of these other performances I've seen of her, when it's a live performance especially, at the end it feels like she was coming out of being so lost in the music. It was beautiful. Here, it felt similarly, but because it was such an upbeat song where she's just getting lost and dancing and just being herself, the vibe I got, this is, again, subjective perception, was this coming out of it and going, was that okay? Right? Almost like, being so wild and so free, being so true to who you are and coming out from it and sweetly going, everybody's still here? Was that okay? This was awesome. Thank you so much, Tarkus, because this was indeed a different side of Aurora. It was so nice to see. It's so nice. It has been so nice to explore her journey and see the soft side, the chanting, the harmonies, be it an acoustic, simple, stripped down song, be it a music video, like with what I saw with Runaway. But here, just a whole new side. Oh my goodness. I love that she introduced it by saying this is for the emotional people. And I think that especially Enneagram 4s, who are often very artistic and artsy and emotional, can relate to this. Type 2s too, probably. If you know anything about the Enneagram, it's a wisdom tool. It's much more than a personality assessment. But without going into that here, because that's for a different place, a different time, I think personalities and personas aside, anyone who loves art, who loves music, who loves authenticity can relate to this. And now maybe her voice is not everybody's cup of tea, or her music even. It's very artistic. I love it. I absolutely love it. The lyrics say, I don't know why, but I feel down. You need to know I can't go on. I was a rose. I was an animal. Don't let me change. Don't let me go. Personally, this is relatable. Not only because my nickname is Rose, Rosie, but also because I have experienced being so emotional and wild and out there and all the things that I am learning to be more in tune with what I feel, what I need, and to communicate to others. I need you to know I can't go on, right? When you're in a place of being so emotional, so distressed, maybe something's bothering you, this is where I'm at right now, right? And for emotional people, that will also change. But there are people out there who, and sometimes this is a male-female dynamic between men and women. Sometimes it's a personality dynamic where sometimes you want people to really understand I can't go on. And everybody's going to respond differently, right? For example, there's certain personality types, when you bring them a problem or you bring them all your emotions, it's too much. And it's like, sheesh, chill out, right? Give me a solution, not a problem. Sometimes you have people who just want to process the emotions and then be done with it. And they're fine, right? They don't need you to fix it. They just want to be listened to. Sometimes you have people that need practical solutions. They're looking for guidance. Sometimes you have people who don't want to share what's really going on. They need to build that trust first because, as long as they don't feel safe, they're not going to open up. There's so many different people. It's so beautiful and colorful. So many facets of how we are, why we do what we do. But I think to people who are emotional, who are in a place of being distressed, they need others to sometimes understand, this is where I'm at right now. And there's internal processors who go through it internally and then they're fine. They work through it. They think about it and then they're okay. There's external processors who need to write about it or talk to a friend and then they're okay. And to say I was a rose, I was an animal is a beautiful touch to me. I have not researched what this song means to her, so you guys can let me know in the comments below what you think it's about or what you know based on interviews with her that it's about. But to me, my interpretation, trying to be objective, fresh ears and eyes, is these dynamics between being a rose, something that's looked at as sweet, romantic, delicate, though it has thorns, so there's dynamics even within the rose itself, and an animal, right? I think rose, I'm thinking, at least based on general stereotypes, oh, love, rose, gentle, something that can be trampled easily if you're not careful. But an animal now, depending on the animal that you identify with, so to speak, it's such a way of being in touch with nature. A plant, an animal, and that too depends on what type of animal, right? I was an animal, what, a wolf, kind of like we see in the music video of Runaway? Or is it more of a gentle gazelle? All around is stone, all is soft inside. Interesting. Stone, all around, soft inside. That is also very fitting to emotional people, right? People on the outside, it may feel like they're stoned, though they're not. They have emotions too, but they will respond differently to people who are very soft inside, who have a lot of emotions going on. And sometimes that can clash. Sometimes those who are very problem-solving oriented, very pragmatic and logical, will clash with those who are more emotional and artistic because they misunderstand each other. And those around are not really stone. They just process their emotions differently, or don't, for that matter, at times. There's these dynamics in the world, different personalities. There's those dynamics even within a person themselves, right? Feeling like the world outside is harsh, or we have to be tough on the outside and we're soft inside. All that I know lies within emotion. Words remain unspoken, lead me through the dark. All that I see came to me in colors. The dark, colors, beautiful, just contrasting in her songwriting. Lasted for a moment, leads me through the dark. That too fits with emotions, because emotions come and go, they change. All that I know, I need it all, I don't know where to begin. I carry more than you see. Ooh. My dreams are bigger than me. I loved that part. Please bring me light. I bear a shadow. Again, the dark, the light, the colors. I call them back to me so they could feed me. Interesting. I bear the shadow. I call them back to me. What, the emotions? The shadows? Sometimes we're so familiar with the shadows, it's part of us too. Not just the colors, not just the light. All is stone, all is soft inside. All that I know lies within emotion. Words remain unspoken. That's so fitting too, because emotions can only be conveyed through words so much. By the time that I've thought a thought and spoken it in whatever language I speak that you may or may not understand fully, by the time it reaches your mind, it will have already been changed quite a bit. Kind of like playing telephone, right? The game where you whisper something to one person, they whisper it to the next, and by the time it reaches the last and they say out loud what the word was, it could be something completely different, because things get misunderstood, things get misspoken, things don't get articulated right, and then you have those who just change the word to be goofy, right? There's no possible way that the things that I feel and think I can exactly convey to you in a way that you will perceive it exactly the same way that I perceived it. Nobody can fully walk in another's shoe. Everything will be subjective and influenced by our experiences, our emotions, and a whole host of other psychological aspects. Did you know that we're all turning softer inside? We can save what is pure. Ooh, girl, ending with a mic drop. If the hearts can collide, all that I've ever known is the universe is wild. And then she just lets out her wild side. And I loved that so much. I could have cried and laughed at the same time. I guess I almost did. Getting lost, dancing. She dances in a way that like I find myself dancing sometimes. Like those who know me will be like, yeah, that's totally like Rosalie vibe there. Just moving, dancing, jumping, freedom, and fitting to singing The Universe is Wild, because it is. Life is wild. The universe is wild. Emotions are wild. And to say turning softer inside, we can save what is pure. I think there's a lot of beauty in that. And I think that's why many I think, love Aurora, because there's something very pure and soft about her. And she is this beautiful reminder to us to appreciate nature, to love ourselves, to love one another, to be more in tune with what is inside, and to allow ourselves to become softer inside when we're surrounded by stone. And we need that. You know, we need people like that who are soft, who are sweet, who are gentle, genuinely pure, who are a reminder to us of what we should seek and think of, the things that are honorable, noble, and true. Just as much as we need the strong ones. We need those who are tough, who can fight, warriors, the type of people that come together like the Who in the song Wolf Totem, just Who, like we need both, and it's not either or, it's both and Aurora is a beautiful part of that puzzle and that masterpiece. And I hope that you are too. I really hope that you're just as much needed, regardless if you're a more emotional person and you can relate to this side of Aurora, or if you're more pragmatic, logical, mathematical, scientific, and it's like, this is too for me. whoever you are, all the different personality types. We need you. You are part of this puzzle piece and you are so loved. You matter. I genuinely mean that. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. As always, like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment where you're from. What do you think about this song? Check the links below for ways to say thanks and support me. And get yourself some merch. Have a blessed day. Till next time. Ayo!